I have a friend who is going to be meeting a new dog this afternoon, and this dog is a little bit fearful of new people, and so she wanted to know the best way to introduce herself and her partner to this dog. And I realized I didn't have a video for this, so I'm going to record this for you guys as well. Anytime we're meeting a new dog that is fearful, nervous, uncertain, of new people, we want to help that dog feel as relaxed as possible before we introduce ourselves. So when I'm meeting a new dog for a program, I have the client get the dog out of the car and I completely ignore that dog. I don't look at that dog. I don't talk to it. I don't make any sudden movements toward or away from it. I want that dog to see me as little of a threat as possible, so that it can start exploring other pieces of the environment. I do not want to be the thing that makes the dog nervous. So we will spend some time just talking to the family. I'll let the family move the dog around. I do not engage with the family at all. And once I see that the dog is really relaxed, it's not checking in with me, it's not side-eyeing me, it's not kind of giving me a wide berth and moving around away from me, then we can start talking about going for a little bit of a walk with the dog. What this step looks like is the client still is holding the leash for the dog, and I am going to walk with them. I'm going to give them a lot of space, but the client will be here with the dog. I will be over here with the dog, and the dog gets to move freely. We're not asking for any kind of like special leash skills. Most dogs that we're meeting pull on leash. That's fine. I don't have any requirements for the dog. I just want them to see me moving with them and to realize that my movements are not going to be a threat to them. So we'll do that, and we're usually like in our parking lot. So we'll go back and forth a few times again until I see that that dog does not care about me being in that space. They're relaxed. They're not checking in with me in a nervous way. They may actually check in with me because they're like, oh, she has a treat pouch, or like, oh, this new person, like I want to go sniff and explore. I'm still going to totally ignore that dog, not going to look at it, not going to engage with it in any way. Um, and this is really helpful to teach that dog, like, I'm a safe person. Like, I'm not going to invade your space. I'm not going to cause you any issues. Next step then is I'm going to take the leash from the owner, but this is going to be pretty strategic. Again, once that dog is calm and seems very comfortable with me in their space, I'm going to continue walking side by side with the owner. The owner is going to hand off that leash to me, and then we're going to keep walking side by side. So the only thing that has changed is who is holding the leash. Owner and I are still right next to each other, and the dog is still free to go explore the owner, go explore the environment. We're just walking together. And now that I have control of the leash, it's really important that I don't make any sudden movements into the dog space. So like if we turn, I'm going to turn away from the dog. It's really important to just, again, make sure that he understands, like, I'm not going to come at you if you're nervous with me being there. I'm going to be respectful. You're going to be respectful as well. So we'll do that, again, up and down a couple times until I see that the dog does not care that I'm holding the leash. And then I'm going to ask the owner to drop back. So we'll kind of get to the end of the lap. I'll say, okay, I'm going to go by myself this time. The owner hangs back, and then I keep walking with the dog. A couple of things can happen here. One, most of the time, the dog kind of panics a little bit because they're like, my person's back there and I don't know you. Why are you asking me to go this way? So they may resist a little bit, but we're just going to try to keep moving them forward. If they don't, we'll just turn and try to walk past the owner the other direction. Again, not talking to the dog, not looking directly at the dog, not engaging with the dog directly, but just asking the dog to follow and move with us. And once we see that this is starting to go well, typically, like this is for like a consult or the owner's dropping off, we'll just ask the owner to leave. And then we'll continue doing these leash drills until the dog is like, like, you're a safe person, I can trust you. And this is kind of our typical protocol that we do when we're meeting a nervous dog. Obviously, every dog is different, so every situation is going to be different. One other thing that you can do, if that dog is seeming a little bit intrigued by you, but a little uncertain still, we, again, not going to look at the dog, not going to talk to the dog, but if you have treats on you, I'll take a treat and I will throw it away from me. A lot of people will take the treat and hand it to the dog, forcing the dog to come into their space, take that food from their hand. But I don't want to force the dog to interact with me if it's feeling uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, hey, I got this yummy treat. I'm going to throw it away. The dog, if it's food motivated and not freaked out enough, will go and get that treat. And then likely will come back to me to be like, hey, can I have some more of that? I'm going to take another treat. I'm going to throw it away. Dog goes and gets it, comes back to see what's going on. I'm going to throw another treat. And eventually we'll see that I can throw the treat a little bit closer. I can throw it the other way. And the dog is like, hey, like this person's kind of cool. I'm not as freaked out about her. And then we can go about introducing that way. Really depends on kind of what the dog is feeling. If the dog is food motivated, if the dog is interested in you or very freaked out. There's a lot of different variables. And so if you are introducing your nervous dog to a new person, or you are the new person meeting a nervous dog, there's still a lot of nuance. So don't just go into a situation thinking like this is bulletproof. There's still a lot that you need to know about the dog and the situation, but historically, this is the most effective way that we've worked on getting comfortable with new dogs. Clarification, none of these dogs that we work with have a bite history or like a very big potential for biting. And because we've already like done a lot of work with getting to know the dog and the history. So again, always remember safety, take precautions. But this is a really good tactic when you're introducing yourself slowly to a new dog to really build up its confidence and trust with you before you just go right in trying to interact with that dog.